accept that the man of honor is dead, however we clash. The honorable man is similarly pretty much as noticeable as he used to be a long time ago, when everybody wore duck-followed coats, brandished increasingly aggressive beard growth, and alluded to each lady as ma'am or lady, shivers. This sort of conduct isn't considered courteous any longer, yet rather a piece odd, a piece disparaging, and a piece musically challenged to how the world has developed. But that doesn't mean there aren't gentlemanly rules to follow. That's why we've put together this guide to being a gentleman to help you understand some of the nuances. For your advantage and the advantage of others, investigate our rundown of the 15 guidelines of being a noble man and perceive how you hold up. Hello, Explore Mindset family. Welcome to the Mindset YouTube channel. Number 1. Holding the door is one of the more traditional gentlemanly etiquette, and it still applies today. In any case before, it intended to hold entryways open for ladies, and apparently, ladies as it were. We will dissipate this absurd thought and urge you to hold the entryway open for everyone. Men, ladies, kids, reptile individuals, canines. However you do that, at any rate, since canines are awesome. Truly, hold the entryway open for individuals as a graciousness, and in light of the fact that you are a fair person, not for some pompous, gloating freedoms on the grounds that nobody cares. Number 2. Believe in yourself. A genuine, respectable man does everything in his existence with certainty. He gets up in the first part of the day certain to require on the day. He gets in the vehicle sure that he will beat the traffic. He will deal with realizing any issues will be effectively settled. And in friendly circumstances, he has confidence in himself that he will meet new individuals and make new companions. This isn't generally the situation, obviously. However, it is as yet an incredible mentality to move toward existence with. Being confident will help you charm everyone you meet, because people will naturally gravitate toward those who are confident. Regardless of whether you feel sure, don't pressure. Simply phony it till you make it. That certainty will before long come. Number 3. Take care of yourself. There are a ton of interesting points while examining dealing with yourself. You need to be able to do everything in order to succeed as an adult and enter the world. This is particularly obvious assuming that you have moved out, far the nation over, and don't have mama or daddy to get you out of anything wreck you regard yourself as in. The genuine current refined men rehearses incredible taking care of oneself. This incorporates legitimate cleanliness, which we shouldn't need to say, but you wouldn't believe, and dressing well, similar to possess something like one suit and a decent sets of shoes for extraordinary occasions. He takes care of his cash, and above all, he deals with his physical and emotional wellness. This is fundamental to guaranteeing that you keep a sound way of life that others will be jealous of. Number 4. Take care of others. On the off chance that you find somebody out of luck, whether it is a companion, relative, or complete more peculiar, then at that point, give your all to help them. This can go from little things, for example, paying for somebody's transport ticket in the event that they are 2 or 3 pennies short, to determining the status of those you know are making some harsh memories. People want to know that someone is there for them in times of need. Regardless of whether you can do nothing to change what is going on, a great deal of the time, they simply believe someone there should tune in. Be that listening ear, and let them express what they might be thinking. Number 5. RESPECT. In the event that the late extraordinary Aretha Franklin showed us anything, one of the standards to continuously being a courteous fellow is that you should constantly show regard. There is a well-known adage that regard is procured and not given, yet this appears to be misleading in this day and age, and truly, there is not any justification for not showing anyone regard without reason. You really want to recognize those you work close by, the people who work above you, to your companions, energetic, once in a while over-the-line garbage talking excluded, and essentially anybody you come into contact with. Store representatives, transport drivers, remember to say thanks to them. Strangers in the city. This goes farther than everyday communications as well. You should regard individuals' desires in regards to their bodies, their convictions, and their set of experiences. Overlooking these is the direct inverse of regard and must constantly be kept away from. Number 6. Master the handshake. The handshake is hugely significant in a wide range of circumstances, meeting new individuals, questioners, bosses, and lifelong companions. It is the most fundamental habits of a refined man, and is one of only a handful of exceptional guidelines of a noble man that everyone can settle on. A solid, strong handshake will promptly give individuals the feeling that you are someone who would definitely merit conversing with. Going on from our RESPECT rule, having a decent handshake is an incredible method for showing that you, as well, think about the individual as someone who would merit welcoming. Notwithstanding, there is a fine equilibrium to tracking down the legitimate handshake. You should be firm, yet not hold and pound their hand like you are rushing down a roller coaster, as this could seem to be you attempting to state strength, and truly, we're over that rubbish. Alternately, the abnormal wet fish-esque half-grasp that totally misses their hand isn't great either, as it causes it to seem as it doesn't matter to you who you are meeting, which can give some unacceptable impression. Number 7. Give people a chance. Initial feelings are significant, and you can generally find out about how someone is while at first gathering them and having a discussion. Yet on the off chance that they appear to be not quite right, it tends to be all too simple to excuse them as a poop hole and promise at no point ever to care much about them in the future. Be that as it may, this is how you are veering off track. Number 8. Housework isn't for girls. Come on, man. It's the 21st 100 years. On the off chance that you don't have the foggiest idea how to clear, to hoover, to clean, or clean, then exactly what on God's green earth would you say you are doing? You could have experienced childhood in a family where mama thoroughly took care of you and bent to your every impulse, except you are in reality now. Number 9. Neither is cooking. It could go under housework. However, it is such a significant fundamental ability that it merits its own dedicated rule segment. There is no reason to be unable to cook after around the age of 16. We don't mean moment noodles or frozen pizza by the same token. We mean appropriate food, ready with care and cooked in a broiler or on the oven. Number 10. Improve your vocabulary. Ah yes, put an end to your wannabe gangsta kid act and stop talking like the kids you hear at the bus stop, because your time with them is over. Genuine, honorable men talk utilizing appropriate words. God, we sound old. Number 11. Commit on something and stick to it. Ron Swanson once shared with Never Worthless 2 things: entire ass a certain something. This is valid for some parts of life, from work to connections to side interests. While it is ideal to spread your eggs across containers, your experience will just languish over it. New hobbies and projects can be difficult at times, but that's the point. Stick with them, and the rewards will be much, much better. Number 12. Stick to your convictions. You're not in the schoolyard any longer, and you shouldn't fear getting evaded by your friends, assuming that you end up contradicting them. Of course, there are disagreeable issues like governmental issues and religion that you might not have any desire to discuss, and that is fine. They don't actually have a place in the workplace climate, in any case. However, don't strive to oblige what you accept to be moronic thoughts, since you need to be loved. Number 13. Be open to new encounters. So you've found your specialty and you've settled in your life, and presently you would rather not manage anything new at any point in the future. Is it true or not that you are without a doubt? The world is about new encounters and evaluating an alternate side of what you know. Number 14. Work to live, don't live to work. There's one amazing world out there in the event that you didn't have the foggiest idea, and you would rather not end up the characteristically antique missing dad that once tormented early evening television. Getting a charge out of what you do is perfect. However, that can't be your entire world, so ponder life beyond the workplace. Make plans for vacations and time spent with friends and family. Utilize that cash that you've worked really hard acquiring to accomplish something cool and gain experiences that are more than the lunchroom. Number 15. Find your purpose. This reason can be anything from finding a leisure activity that gets you eager to enjoy at each opportunity you draw to something nearer to home, like really focusing on your loved ones. Identify it and give it your all, whatever it may be. It will take a great deal of experimentation to find your motivation, and you could feel like it won't ever come. However, trust us, when you at long last find it, you will be aware.